Hi there, I'm Michelle, pediatric sleep consultant and mom. If your baby used to sleep well and now is waking up multiple times a night, having trouble with naps, and constantly needing help to fall asleep, well, you might be in the thick of the 4-month sleep regression. And I just want to reframe things a little bit. I know we always call it a regression, but this is really a progression and a sign that your baby is developing and learning to connect sleep cycles, but sometimes they just require a little bit of a help to learn this new skill. So let's dive into what's actually happening during this 4-month sleep regression. At this age, baby's brain goes through a huge developmental leap. Sleep shifts from a newborn cycle, in which they drift easily in and out of deep and light sleep, into more adult patterns. This means that every 30 to 50 minutes, they could wake fully and have a hard time to go back to sleep. Especially if they're used to maybe feeding or rocking to sleep, they're going to be looking for that same thing to help them get back to sleep after they wake in between sleep cycles. And I like to remind parents that even though this might be a regression in sleep, it's really a progression in development. Your baby's brain is growing and developing, and they're learning how to connect those sleep cycles. And sometimes babies just need a little bit of support to learn this new skill. What not to do? This is the part where most parents accidentally make it harder for themselves long term, and I say this with so much love because I was there and I did the same thing. When babies start to suddenly wake more, parents, we panic and we start to throw on band-aids or new habits. We might start feeding multiple extra times a night. We might add motion, rocking, putting our baby in the car to drive around and help them sleep, skipping naps because we're afraid of ruining bedtime. Again, believe me, I've been here. I've tried all of these things before. The problem is that once this regression passes, these new habits stick around and make things even tougher long term. Instead, I want to encourage you to make your routines consistent, calm, and familiar. If you add comfort, make it temporary and gentle, not a brand new pattern. This is going to help your baby really gently learn how to connect those sleep cycles. Now for the fun part. I'm going to walk you through 3 ways to make it through this stage and even improve sleep longer term. Number 1, protect your schedule, but also stay flexible. I encourage you to use age-appropriate wake windows instead of just looking at the clock. At 4 months, babies should be awake about 1.5 to 2 hours in between naps, and they should still be taking about 4 naps per day. If your naps get short, as they often do during this regression, you can add a little cap nap before bed just to tide them over so they're not too overtired for nighttime. Number 2, focus on environment and routine. Use your bedtime routine like an emotional anchor. Dim the lights, use quiet voices, put on that white noise. Do the same things in the same order every night. This will help your baby's nervous system know, oh, it's time to go to sleep now. It's time for nighttime. It's time for rest. Make sure the room is very dark, as any light will make their body produce cortisol, which will make them more prone to waking up. Play that white noise all night long and set the temperature to about 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's where they're most comfortable. And also help them wear clothing appropriate for the temperature so they don't wake because they're too warm or too cold. And number 3, offer comfort, but also with some gradual independence. For example, when your baby wakes in the middle of the night, give them a minute or 2 before you rush in, just to see if they can fall back asleep on their own. Sometimes babies wake up in between cycles and they fuss a little bit, and then they ultimately end up falling back asleep on their own and not needing us like we think they do. If they do continue to cry, you can go in, comfort them, but try and maybe shush them and pat them while they're still in their bed. You can say comforting words like, I'm here, sweetheart. I'm here. I love you. You're safe. You can go back to sleep now. It's still nighttime. Keep your voice low and quiet. Keep the lights dim. Keep that white noise on so they know that this is still the middle of the night and not time to wake up for the day. And try to let them fall asleep in their own sleep space once a day if you can, just to give them some practice. And if not, that's okay too. If your baby is struggling, it doesn't mean you've done anything wrong or that you have to use harsh methods. This stage is biologically normal, and with a little consistency and structure, it will pass. You've got it.
If you'd like a simple checklist to walk you through wake windows, environment, and routines, download my free sleep audit and roadmap below. It'll show you exactly what to focus on for your baby's age. And if you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how old your little one is. I'll reply with one small tweak you can try tonight. Thank you so much.